Hello everyone, this is the Paradox Engine, and today we'll be looking at the top 5 counter spells that should start seeing more play on cedh. We'll be looking at some interesting counter spells and abilities that counter spells. Some of these cards are probably some of my favorites. So, for number 5, we have Boromir, Warden of the Tower. Boromir is a legendary creature from the Lord of the Rings sets, and it reads, whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. It also says, sacrifice Boromir, Warden of the Tower. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. The ring tempts you. In cedh and Magic the Gathering, free spells are a dime a dozen, and the ability to counter or force players to pay for those spells in white speaks volumes. Countering pacts, 0 mana rocks, free commander spells, Phyrexian mana, I do believe it works like that, and trap cards can change the tide of battle and force opponents to manage their resources a lot more. Not only does it help in counter battles, but if you're going to lose your board to a board wipe, you may sacrifice it and protect your game plan, which means, not only is it a manaless counterspell, but it's also a one-time board wipe counterspell, For number 4, we have Guttural Response. Guttural Response is a gruel-colored counterspell that reads, counter target blue instant spell. With the amount of blue spells in the format, this unique spell can change the tide of battle and protect your permanents or ensure your spells can enter the battlefield without a lot of issues. The amount of times I've seen people say, oh, I wish I had a counterspell to, land my Corvold. The amount of times I've seen it happen, this card should see more play. At number 3, we have Miscast. Delaying your opponents by making them pay 3 extra mana on an instant or sorcery can change a lot of game plans and or delay them. Magic is a game about managing your resources as best as you can. So don't forget to, punish your opponents for trying to play fancy and trying to be restricted to what they do. We all know the common win cons of cedh, and some of them do rely on tutors and ad nauseum. So, if they are strapped on mana and they tutor for something, you can just miscast it. You'll be saving yourself a world of hurt. For number 2, we have Summary Dismissal. While Summary Dismissal is a 4 mana cost counterspell, we've seen a lot of similar high cost spells on the format before. The card reads, exile all other spells and counter all abilities. With how counterspell wars go in cedh and how uncounterable spells are on the rise, you could use things like these to power up our decks and to put a stop to those spells from ever reaching the board. Or you can just pop off and say no to a Storm deck. You can say no to a Brain Freeze and just exile all the copies. It is honestly pretty good when you come to think about it. And for 2 generic and 2 blue, I think this should start seeing more play. As for number 1, I think I saved my favorite card from Crimson Vow. Yes, you heard me. If you take anything from this list, is that you have to start playing our number 1 pick, Wash Away. The ability to stop decks like Timna and Crom to be played almost immediately with a single blue mana is insane. Wash Away reads, Cleave, counter target spell that wasn't cast from its owner's hand. That part that wasn't cast from its owner's hand is the Cleave effect. The Cleave effect is 1 blue. You don't need to cleave it to be effective. No, you can stop literally every commander from entering the battlefield for 1 blue mana. It stops things that you cast from graveyard. It can stop a lot of small lines in between things. It can stop cards from being played from the top of your library. It is honestly a very, very versatile and very good card for 1 and a blue. And if you're late in the game, and you need to push it away to Force of Will or Pact or Force of Negation, that's another easy throw. Trust me. Please start playing more Wash Away. I want to see that card more on lists. And yeah, this have been the top 5 counterspells that we would love to see more in cEDH. If you have any other suggestions or any input on these cards or other cards that you more than likely want to see, please leave it in the comment below. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you next time.